My heart stopped the moment a thief snatched my phone, our lifeline for work, for bills, and left me frozen on the sidewalk. But what my Noah did, I never could have imagined. You're about to hear what my 10-year-old had been quietly preparing, and trust me, it'll shock you. This is Mary, a 32-year-old single mom in a cramped apartment kitchen where the bills pile higher than the groceries. She clutches her coffee like it's the only thing keeping her standing. Her phone buzzes with work shift reminders, childcare notifications, overdue payments. Her hands juggle, her eyes heavy, her spirit stretched thin. And yet, she keeps moving. But look closer. At the table sits her son, Noah, 10 years old, watchful, quiet. His cereal spills, but he doesn't complain. Instead, he packs his backpack carefully, too carefully for a child. Because while Mary scrambles to hold the world, Noah is already preparing to carry it. They step onto the busy city sidewalk, Mary gripping Noah's hand like a lifeline, scrolling her phone for one last message before work. The world rushes around them, honking cars, strangers rushing past, the daily storm of single-parent survival. And then, like life always does, chaos strikes. A blurred figure on a bike, a swift hand. In a single heartbeat, Mary's phone is gone, stolen. Her breath freezes, her grip on Noah tightens, her eyes widen in disbelief. For most, it's just a theft. But for a single mom, that phone isn't a gadget. It's survival. It's work. It's childcare. It's banking. It's proof of existence. Without it, her world crumbles. On that sidewalk, Mary clutches her chest, panic flooding her body. No phone means no call to her job, no way to pay a bill, no emergency contact if something happens to Noah. To her, the ground might as well have split open. But notice Noah. While his mother spirals, his face steadies. His small hand slips into his backpack, not for a toy, not for homework, but for something else. Something he's been hiding. Back inside their worn-down apartment building, Mary's desperation drives her to knock on a neighbor's door. The hallway lights flicker. The air smells of damp carpet and reheated meals. And then, Mrs. Thompson, an elderly woman with kind, wrinkled eyes, opens the door. She presses an old flip phone into Mary's trembling hands. To the world, it's a relic. But to Mary, in this moment, it's hope. Mary dials the police, her voice shaking, her knuckles white against the plastic. She tries to sound strong, but fear leaks through every syllable. And then, Noah steps forward. From his backpack, he pulls a crumpled piece of paper. A handwritten list, backup numbers, emergency notes. He looks up at her with eyes too wise for 10 years and whispers, "Mom, I made this, just in case." Suddenly, the room shifts. What should have been her job has quietly become his burden. Later, in their small living room, Mary sinks into a sagging couch, the flip phone heavy in her lap. She's just learned the truth. The police are backed up. No quick rescue is coming. She lowers her head into her hands, whispering about the photos she'll never see again. The banking apps tied to their fragile savings, the bills waiting to crush them. Noah sits beside her, his little body still, his eyes fixed on her shaking shoulders. He doesn't cry, doesn't shout, doesn't even ask. He simply watches. Because deep inside, he's already been bracing for this moment. His silence isn't apathy, it's strategy. He's been carrying fears no child should, training himself to be her anchor when she falls. And now, it shows. Noah disappears into his bedroom, the carpet worn thin under his hurried steps. Mary follows, her breath still heavy with panic. And then he kneels down, reaching beneath his bed, sprained. From the shadows, he pulls out an old shoebox, taped and marked with childish handwriting. Inside, saved coins, scribbled notes, even a folded $20 bill from his allowance. His small fingers tremble as he hands it over. His voice is steady though. "Mom, I've been saving. For bad days." Mary's throat closes. This is not just a box. It's a diary of silent burdens. Every coin, every note, a reminder that her son has been preparing for storms she tried to shield him from. Tears sting her eyes, not because of what's inside, but because of what it means. Noah has been carrying the role of protector. when he should have only been a child. On the floor, the shoebox contents scattered around them. Noah sits cross-legged. He reaches for his mother's trembling hands, placing his small palms gently over hers. His voice is calm, almost rehearsed. "Breathe with me, Mom. In and out." He guides her through a rhythm he's memorized from online videos, his eyes never leaving hers. In that fragile silence, Mary breaks. Tears stream down her cheeks as she follows her son's lead. A 10-year-old, teaching his mother how to survive fear. And in that moment, the roles blur parent and child, protector and protected. For the first time, Mary sees the truth. Noah hasn't just been watching her struggle. He's been preparing for it. He has become her anchor. Back in the dim kitchen, the glow of an old laptop lights Mary's pale face. Her fingers shake on the keyboard as red alerts flash across the screen. Suspicious logins, warnings of drained accounts. The unpaid grocery list sits mocking on the counter, an empty fridge waiting in silence. She tries to freeze the accounts, but without her stolen phone, every system rejects her. Fear curls around her chest. No food, no rent, no safety. And Noah, watching quietly, sees more than a screen. He sees his mother unraveling, helpless in a battle she cannot fight alone. Noah reaches for another piece of his secret kit, a worn notebook. He flips it open, showing page after page of crooked handwriting. "Mom looked sad at the mail today, saved my lunch money." His innocent words spill the weight of months, proof of his quiet observations. Mary reads, her breath catching. Each line is a mirror of her hidden tears. Every note a reminder that her child has been carrying her pain in silence. The heartbreak isn't the words. It's realizing he's been documenting every struggle, every sigh, every moment she thought she had hidden. A memory flickers. Noah in a dusty school library, bathed in golden afternoon light, printing what-if guides from an old computer. His little fingers trace each page like blueprints for survival. At home, he slips the notes into his shoebox, pausing only when Mary's muffled sobs seep through the thin apartment walls. Even in those quiet moments, he carried a burden no child should. He wasn't just preparing for emergencies, he was preparing for his mother's tears, for the weight of poverty, for a storm he felt coming long before she admitted it. At the crowded public library, Noah sits at a glowing terminal, typing with fierce focus. A backup library card from his kit rests beside him. His small frame looks fragile against rows of towering shelves, but his determination makes him seem unshakable. Mary leans over, watching in awe as he recovers family photos from the cloud. She sees him suggest app trackers, his voice steady, his hands sure, and it strikes her. This is not luck, not chance. It's the wisdom of a boy forced to grow up too soon, guiding her through a world she thought only adults could navigate. The computer pings on screen, a glowing map pinpoints her stolen phone inside a rundown pawn shop across town. Mary's stomach twists, the night outside already dark, the streets filled with unseen dangers. The thought of walking in alone tightens her chest with dread. Noah looks up with hopeful eyes, but she feels the limits of his plan. He cannot protect her from what lies beyond that map. For the first time in the night, Mary realizes, even her son's secret wisdom cannot shield them from every danger. At home, Noah pulls one last folded paper from the kit. In crooked letters, it reads, "Family Pact. We protect each other always." His small hand presses it into hers, his eyes searching her face with a plea for unity. Mary feels her heart crack open. She cannot do this alone. She calls a trusted friend, her voice breaking but resolute. For the first time, she isn't just a mother shielding her son, she is a woman accepting help, proving to him that family is bigger than one person's strength. Escorted by her friend, Mary steps into the dim, cluttered pawn shop. Dusty shelves crowd the room, gadgets piled high like forgotten lives. Her eyes lock onto her phone behind the counter. The air feels heavy, tense, thick with risk. The recovery of the phone should feel like victory, but as Mary clutches it, the real weight crashes in. Later at home, she reads Noah's full journal, every page a silent scream of sacrifice. And instead of relief, she collapses into guilt for never seeing just how much her little boy had been carrying alone. In their warm kitchen, light spilling soft across the table, Mary and Noah sit shoulder to shoulder. This time, they rebuild the kit together, shared apps, emergency numbers, plans written as a team. The recovered phone rests beside them, no longer just a device, but a symbol of survival. As they laugh softly, exchanging hugs, the truth becomes clear. They are no longer just mother and child surviving day by day. They are a team bound not by hardship, but by resilience. And in that unity, they've discovered a new kind of strength,